really honored to be here and honored to still have a comrade here carrying on with the work of the party as I see it, the legacy that is. Uh, what I brought today was uh, beans and cornbread, chili beans and cornbread. Got vegetarian chili beans and some people still eat meat, so I got some of that too. The reason I thought this was adequate for myself, that is, because I like beans and rice. I grew up on it, and it's kind of food universal among working class people, particularly poor people, oppressed people eat lots of beans and rice because it's an economic issue, as we know food is. And today, with all the other problems, food kind of stands out because food is, to me, it seems like it's under attack and so much is involved in producing food, particularly pesticides and things like that, which cause problems, as you probably know. And that situation have become a problem, as we know. So these conditions of working class people in food, particularly I said black people in the South, that's where I grew up, because we grew up with gardens, because it was a necessity. It wasn't cheap, it wasn't stylish, it was a need. Gardening, and I lived on the farm, you might say. My grandparents for a while were sharecroppers, so I had a chance to spend time with them because they grew food, grow cotton. They did those things as a matter of living. And if you know anything about the South, black people, that was pretty much the standard in the South for black people. Most of us had to work in the fields, cotton fields. I don't know if you're familiar with that experience. I am. So food, to me, is something in the party, that is. The food in the party was something fundamental, just as other issues, police violence, police murder, repression. So in the context of addressing the community, the Black Panther Party emerged out of the civil rights movement, as many of you know that. And here in Oakland, I happen to be living here. I left the South in 1959, joined the U.S. Navy, and out of that experience, I worked in the service as a food commissary for a while, and that put me in touch with prepared food. So I became a food commissary person for a while, and coming out of the service after 4 years, I worked a number of jobs dealing with food before I went to work here as this neighborhood there, I might say. I used to deliver milk in this area. Oakland, West Oakland, Berkeley, South Berkeley. And this is kind of like my hood. I grew up after getting out of the service, stayed here. And I went to work. It was that time the Black Panther Party started up, 1966.
Can you speak up just a bit?
1966, I went to work here in Oakland, North Oakland, for most dairies. And that experience put me in touch with this neighborhood. It put me in touch with the Black Panther Party. That's how I came in contact with the party, working in this neighborhood. Because during that time, in 1966, the early days of the party, there's a campus not too far from here. We call it City College.
What there?
Hey, right on. Right on. Grove Street. We called it City College back then. Before they moved up in the hills. Right? So that whole experience of the Black Panther Party, you might say I was swept up in it because that school was like the home base of the party in so many ways, because people like Huey went there, Bobby Seale, and little Bobby Hutton wasn't old enough, but he lived in this neighborhood. He lived very close. Huey lived very close from here. Bobby Seale lived very close to me, so it's the neighborhood. So before I joined the Black Panther Party, I had a chance to, as I say, know the community, know the people here, get to know some of the people who joined the party later on. And that was my experience coming into the party. in the party you wear lots of hats. That is, I worked in the food program. I was assigned to work with breakfast program. When I joined in Seattle, Washington officially, I left